So let's talk about mastering what is, without a doubt, the most complex system you will ever manage: your own lifestyle. There's a framework out there that promises a way to cut right through all the noise and finally take back control. Let's see what it's all about. I mean, seriously, we are just drowning in advice, aren't we? One day you hear that intermittent fasting is the absolute key to everything. The very next day, you're told you have to eat 6 small meals a day. It feels like every expert completely contradicts the last, and we're just left in this total mess of conflicting rules. And what happens when you're bombarded with all that noise? Well, the whole idea of lifestyle just becomes this overwhelming, messy black box. You know it's important, you know you should be doing something, but you have no idea how to actually control it without just getting completely exhausted. But what if there's a better way to look at this? A way to unbox this whole problem? A way to stop feeling like a victim of confusing advice and start acting like the architect of your own well-being. This right here. This is the big shift in perspective. Instead of obsessing over the number on the scale or some specific lab result, outcomes that are influenced by a million different things, what if we just focused on the actions, the actual levers that are 100% in our hands? So how do we actually do that? This is where we get to unbox that confusing mess. It's a framework called AVAVS, and it gives us 5 clear, totally controllable levers for managing our own health. Okay, first up is Āhāra. You can think of this as your consumption axis. It's not just what you eat, but when you eat, how it's prepared, everything you put in your body. This one lever directly fuels everything from your gut health all the way down to how well your mitochondria work. Next up, we have Vihāra. This is your recovery axis. Think of this as your system's absolutely essential downtime. It's your sleep, it's your rest, it's even your naps. This is the time when your brain's cleanup crew, the glymphatic system, clears out all the junk and your body actually repairs itself. Then there's Āchāra, which is your structural axis. This is all about the incredible power of routine and ritual. By creating a predictable structure for your day, like having a consistent wake-up time or a strict no screens after 9 p.m. rule, you just drastically reduce decision fatigue. And that alone stabilizes your entire physiology. Now this next one is really fascinating. Vichāra, the cognitive axis. This is your inner world. It's your thoughts, your beliefs, that little voice in your head. And it's not just in your head. Chronic worry, for example, literally flips on your stress axis. Your thoughts actually become your biology. And finally, we have Sañchāra. This is your mobility and your environmental axis. So yeah, it covers your physical movement for sure, but it also includes the physical spaces you live and work in, and this is crucial, the social networks you are part of. Social connection is an incredibly powerful biological signal. So there they are: Āhāra, Vihāra, Āchāra, Vichāra, and Sañchāra. And here is the most powerful, most empowering idea in this entire system. Every single one of these levers is an input that you and only you can control. Now, that idea of total control, that brings us to the real heart of this framework. It's the one thing that makes it so much more than just another list of good habits to follow. So, what is it? What's the mindset that ties all 5 of these levers together and turns it into a genuinely powerful tool for regulating your own system? It's this: don't allow anyone else to handle my AVS. Think about it. A doctor can give you a diagnosis, a trainer can give you a workout plan, but at the end of the day, only you can actually make the choice. Only you can handle your 5 levers. This really shows the huge shift in thinking. The old way has us chasing these uncontrollable outcomes, running on a hamster wheel of advice. But the AVAVS way is different. You take sovereign responsibility for your inputs. And if you're struggling, hey, it's not a character flaw. It's just a signal that one of your specific levers needs a little adjustment. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But how does it actually play out in the real world when you're dealing with a specific health challenge? This is how we can actually map these clinical issues directly to the levers. So, for example, something like chronic anxiety isn't just this vague, scary problem anymore. You can map it directly to the Vichāra axis, your thought patterns, and the Vihāra axis, your sleep quality. Suddenly, a huge, complex problem becomes a targeted set of actions. And here's the really cool part. These levers don't work in isolation. They're all interconnected. So when you improve one, it creates this amazing upward spiral. For instance, if you stabilize your Āchāra, your daily routine, it becomes so much easier to get consistent Vihāra, or sleep, and that good sleep then gives you the energy for better Sañchāra, or movement. See how it works? So as we start to wrap this up, let's put it all together. How can you actually start using this way of thinking, like today? The single most important thing to remember is that AVAVS is not another rigid set of rules you have to follow. It's a map. It just shows you the 5 fundamental levers that you, and only you, have in your hands. You are the sovereign operator of your own system. So I'll leave you with this one question to really think about. Looking at your life, right now, today, which one of these 5 levers, Āhāra, Vihāra, Āchāra, Vichāra, or Sañchāra, if you just improved it by a tiny 1%, would create the biggest positive ripple effect across your entire life? Whatever your answer is, that's your starting point.